When I was in the Brigham and Women's Hospital, I was actually the senior resident in the emergency department at the time, and we heard the overhead alarm that someone was having a cardiac arrest in the cafeteria, which is not the typical place where people have a cardiac arrest. So as kind of like being in the emergency department, I ran up with my team and saw an elderly lady lying on the floor and essentially in asystole. Her heart had stopped. They were working on her. By the time I got there, they gave her some medications. They gave some epinephrine. She had a little bit of a ventricular fibrillation. And I came there with my defibrillator. We started shocking her and, not coming back. We were resuscitating her for, quite some time. And everyone else said, okay, she died. And I said, no, one second. This is a lady who came for an outpatient apartment. She was having lunch with her husband. I'm not ready to throw in the towel yet. And so I continued to work on her, and people started to dissipate and this. And after multiple shocks, the first person, her heart rate came back. We started seeing a squiggle on the monitor, and we started on medications. We brought her upstairs to the intensive care unit. She was resuscitated. And I went back to work, and through the day, I'm looking at the computer following her progress. And I said, after my shift downstairs working, I'll go up and I'll check and see how she's doing. And I came up there. By the time I got up there, she was up, she was awake, she was alert. And I walked into the room, and her husband said, honey, that's the man I was telling you about. That's the man I was telling you about. I said, what do you mean? What said? She said, when they made everyone leave, I was standing behind the door, but there was a glass window in the door. I was watching that whole resuscitative effort. I saw everyone give up, and I saw that you didn't give up. And I saw one more shock, and I saw that you're the one who resuscitated my wife back to life. I don't know how we can ever thank you. So his wife said, I can tell you how I can ever thank you. Anything that happens in my life that's good, I'm going to say thank you to you. I'll say to myself, thank you, Dr. Lebowitz. When I play with my grandchildren, when I go for a walk with my husband on the beach, I'll spend my life thanking you. It's a very dramatic moment for me, and a life-changing moment. And you realize that, where everyone is willing to give up, maybe it's worth trying to go a little bit of that extra mile.